ऋषि अवतारा नित्यानंद नित्यानंद अर्धनारीश्वरा नित्यानंद 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 नित्यनिधीश्वर नित्यानंद 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 नित्य सद्गुरु नित्यानंद करुणामय मूर्ति नित्यानंद नित्यानंद कमलालय कीर्ति नित्यानंद नित्यानंद आनंद परशांति नित्यानंद नित्यानंद आत्मालय कांति नित्यानंद 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 नित्यनिधीश्वर नित्यानंद 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 नित्य सद्गुरु नित्यानंद हरिहर सागर नित्यानंद अमृत शेखर नित्यानंद द्वैताद्वैत नित्यानंद त्रिगुणातीता नित्यानंद 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 नित्यनिधीश्वर नित्यानंद नित्य सद्गुरु नित्यानंद पूरण कारण आगमदारण पूरण कारण आगमदारण आदिगुरुनाथ श्री चतुर्वेद सर्व संरक्षक सन्मार्गनायक महाभावेन लिंगोद्भवेन आनंद रूपेण नित्यानंद 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 त्यागराजशा नित्यानंद नित्यानंद नित्यनिधीश्वर नित्यानंद योगरूपेशा नित्यानंद नित्यानंद नित्यनिधीश्वर नित्यानंद जीव जीवेशा नित्यानंद नित्यानंद नित्यनिधीश्वर नित्यानंद ज्ञानदेवेशा नित्यानंद नित्यानंद नित्यनिधीश्वर नित्यानंद नित्य सद्गुरु नित्यानंद 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 नित्यानंदाय नमः गुरुवे चरणं नित्य गुरुवे चरणं 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 सप्तगिरीश्वरा नित्यानंद नित्यानंद श्री वेंकटेश्वरा
To all the participants, viewers, and everyone who is joining us for today's live Nithyananda Yoga. We're going to now be starting the yoga with the Sadguru Vandanam, bowing down to Swamiji, to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Before we begin, Nithyanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. The next is the chanting of the Shivamula Mantra Japa, where we powerfully invoke Paramashiva's presence here. Because yoga is not just for physical activity, it is a ritual to connect to the cosmos. So we're going to be now chanting the Shivamula mantra japa 11 times. Please chant it internally. We will chant it out loud so that all of you can follow along. Om Ham Hum Shivaya Namaha. 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 The next is the Sankalpa, the creation of the conscious intention. What you decide now, what you create as your intention now, is what is going to manifest through the Nithyananda Yoga today. Place your right hand over your left, clasping both your palms together. Place it on the top of your right thigh. Connect to Swamiji in your inner space as we chant the Sankalpa mantra. Om Mamopata Samasta Durita Kshayadvara Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartham Shri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Prityartham Cha Adya Purvokta Evam Guna Visheshena Vishishtayam अस्यां शुभतिथौ पूर्ण आरोग्ययुक्त दृढगात्र यौगिकशरीरसिद्ध्यर्थं परमशिवशक्त्याविष्करणार्थं नित्यानन्दयोगाभ्यासं करिष्ये. Take an udharini of water, wash off your hand. Om Apaupasprisya. So first, I want to start with a disclaimer for all those who are here that during the yoga session, everything that is taught is only for general wellness and educational purposes only. If you have any pre-existing known medical health condition, disease, injury or illness, please do consult with your medical health professional before starting the Nithyananda Yoga, before doing the Nithyananda Yoga, and follow their advice at all times. If during the session at any point you feel tired, dizzy or weak, immediately stop, rest. Once you recover, continue. And at all times, please be listening with your body because everybody's body is different, and remember to stay within your limits and capacities. Let's now enter into the warm-up. So we can all stand up, come to a standing position. We're going to start with warming up our right leg first. So lift up your right leg and rotate your right leg in a circular motion. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Relax. Now moving on to the other leg. Now on the left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Relax. Bring your hands to your knees. Let's rotate our knees now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring your hands to your hips. Let's spread your legs wide apart and start to rotate your hips in a nice circular motion. Feel the stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. Bring your legs back together. Now start to bring your hands in front of your chest. We're going to be twisting your torso from side to side. So feel the stretch in your entire upper body as you twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stand tall. Now we're going to rotate our shoulders. So bring your hands to your shoulders and start to push your elbows forward, touching them together in front and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring your hands to your hips. Now we're going to rotate our neck one more time. Just go slow. Do not hurt yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Opposite direction, slowly. 1, 2, and 5. So now let's enter into the skeleton dance. So take a moment to close your eyes, visualize yourself as a skeleton and shake your entire body intensely and vigorously. This is a powerful meditation to strengthen your bones and your integrity.
पांडुरंग जय विठ्ठले 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 पांडुरंग जय विठ्ठले 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 नित्यनारायण नित्यानंद नित्यनारायण
Walk back and forth on your mat.
नित्यानंद
Breathe in and out deeply and slowly. And settle down. So with that, now we're going to be entering into our sequence for the day. Today we are going to be continuing with the Panchama Vinyasa Krama, the second part of the Panchama Vinyasa Krama. And the first asana is Dandasana Trini, the staff pose 3 from the Yoga Chintamani that states Sukham prasaritam padau sunishthau bhumi samsthitau upavishyankayam tu dandasanam smritam munibihi. So in this asana, you're going to be extending your legs forward, straight out in front of you, placing your hands over your stomach, bringing both your hands together over your stomach. Doing the Shambhavi Mudra with the eyes open and steady, gazing outward while awareness rests deeply within. The Samavritti Kumbhaka, inhaling through the nose and exhaling evenly, maintaining a rhythmic breath without strain. Clenching your perineum in the Moola Bandha, gaze forward with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, rotating clockwise at the throat center. Visualize yourself as a steadfast staff, seated tall and unshakable upon the earth. Your legs extend forward with rooted strength. Your spine rises upright like a pillar of clarity, grounding your presence in alignment and simplicity. Feel this staff-like steadiness awaken within you, firm, centered, and unwavering, supporting your body, mind, and spirit with disciplined ease. And relax. The next asana is Gudasana, the perineum pose from the Yoga Chintamani that says, Padayoh prishtake chobhe व्यत्यस्य भुवि संस्थिते गुडं मध्ये तु संस्थाप्य गुडासनमिति स्मृतम्. This asana, in this asana, you're going to be sitting on your knees, crossing one foot over the sole of the other foot. Rest your sitting bones on the top heel, keeping your spine tall. Rest your hands on top of the respective thighs. Here, you're going to continue the Shambhavi Mudra, Samavritti Kumbhaka. Clenching your perineum in the Moola Bandha, gaze towards your nose for the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize the foundation of your inner strength and rootedness. Visualize energy gathering and stabilizing at your base, anchoring you deeply into the earth's solid support. Feel a grounding power rising gently through your spine, fostering balance, stability, and calm throughout your whole being. Embrace your center as the source of resilience and the root of spiritual awakening. And relax. The next asana is Gokilasana from the Yoga Nirnaya of Sundara Deva, the cowherd pose that says Gocharmo Pariyassidhet Gokilasana Muchyate. Here, from a seated position, keep the top of your feet down, crossing your feet over each other. Rest your hands on either side of your hips, elbows wide, chest open. Do the Shambhavi Mudra, Samavritti Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha. Gaze towards your nose with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize humble strength, steady care, and nurturing guidance, see yourself as the gentle guardian of a peaceful herd, embodying patience, responsibility, and attentive presence. Feel the grounded connection to the earth beneath your feet and the calm flow of love and protection extending to all in your care. The next asana is Anava Tinayasana. This asana is the primordial stance pose from the Agasthyar 12,000, a Tamil scripture, which says, Anava Tinayai Yeru Val Elumpu Ver Mutti Vanam Pattarattai Vadikattu. So here, you're going to be in a seated position, bringing both your feet to the opposite thighs in Padmasana. Crossing your palms in front of you, holding the heels of the opposite feet in front. Do the Shambhavi Mudra, the Prakriti Kumbhaka, sucking the air with a loud va sound and holding it is known as the Prakriti Kumbhaka. Do the Moola Bandha, gaze forward with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize the light of consciousness piercing delusions, heaviness rising steadily from spine, root through crown. Feel it expand outwards, illuminating clarity and freedom from base to pinnacle. Sense blockages dissolve, awakening vibrant energy along the central channel. And relax. The next asana is Pranasana Dve from the Yoga Nirnaya of Sundaradeva that says Pranasanam Nama Padmasanam Samasthai Ya Pranayamam Samabhyase Deha Vriddhikaram Param. Now in this asana, you're going to continue to keep your legs in Padmasana, bringing the thumb and index fingers touching together in the Jnana Mudra on top of your knees. Here, continue the Prakriti Kumbhaka, sucking the air with a loud, vast sound and holding it. Do the Moola Bandha, contracting the perineal floor. Now, gaze towards your nose with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize yourself seated firmly like a blossom lotus in Padmasana, rooted yet radiant with conscious breath, feeling the life force prana rising steadily within through the mastery of the sacred breath. Envision your body flowering into its fullest, strongest, and most vibrant expression, achieving supreme growth and boundless vitality. And relax. The next asana is Jwala Padmasana, the flaming lotus pose from the Trul Khor that says Sapta Padmasana Samagra Vidhi Kamalajwalasana Hastaucha Udaraucha Udyetavyam Purnachakra Samapte Hastau Pratitya Lalatam Yavat Niyachet Hastayukmam Prishtataha Yojasthanam Dridhi Kuryat. In this asana, you're going to continue to keep your legs in Padmasana. Quickly, this is a dynamic movement. You're going to be extending your both arms above the head and coming onto your knees and going back down. Doing the Shambhavi Mudra, the Prakriti Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize a radiant lotus flower bursting into vibrant flames of transformative energy at your heart center. Feel this flaming lotus ignite your inner fire, burning away all impurities, bringing unconditional love, emotional balance, and empathy. And relax. The next asana is Sarvangasana Dve, the all limbs pose too, from the Yogasana Jaina that says Sarvangasana. Here, you continue keeping your legs in Padmasana, but you're going to be lifting your lower body off the ground. Again, this is an inverted pose, so any female bodies who are on your monthly cycle, please refrain from doing this. You're going to lift your whole lower body off the ground, balancing upside down with your legs upwards in the Padmasana. This is the Sarvangasana Dve. Do the Shambhavi Mudra, Prakriti Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha. Gaze towards your nose for the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you visualize your entire body functioning as one integrated unit, as if every limb is aligned with a single intelligence. Feel effort distribute evenly so no part is strained or neglected, and awareness becomes whole rather than fragmented. Rest in Sarvanga, total integration, where balance, clarity, and inner order arise from the body and mind moving as one. And relax. The next asana is Spurita Padmasana, the jumping lotus pose, from the Trul Khor that says Utplava Kamalasana Padayugmam Uddipya Patanartham Vimodhayet Purna Chakra Samapte Shighrabe Pakriyam Avartayet. So here you're keeping your legs in Padmasana. You're going to quickly raise your arms out towards the side at an angle, making a fist. This is the Spurita Padmasana. Here, do the Shambhavi Mudra, the Antarangaka Kumbhaka. Quickly and forcibly inhale through the nose, hold the breath for a short while and then release through the nostrils. Doing the Moola Bandha, clenching your perineum, gaze forward with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you visualize a lively lotus that springs upward with joyful energy, symbolizing dynamic awakening and playful lightness. Feel this jumping lotus infuse you with buoyant vitality and upward movement, encouraging fearless leaps of faith and the blossoming of new possibilities within your spiritual journey. And relax. The next asana is Dhurmanathasana, burden-bearing Lord's pose, from the Naradiya Samhita that says Dhurmanathasana. Here, you're going to keep both your feet in Padmasana, but your hands on top of your perineum with your elbows straight, keeping your spine straight and chest upright. Doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Bhastrika Kumbhaka, forceful exhalations through the nose. Then Moola Bandha, clenching your perineum, gaze forward with japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize yourself as an earth-anchored pillar, legs locked symmetrically for unbroken base. Hand seal root awareness. Weight descends as accepted gravity. Inhale fills prana evenly. Retention consolidates it. Spine rises from unshakable base. Stillness makes carrying effortless, authoritative, quiet, and complete. And relax. The next asana is Mutti Rayil Meru Asana, the Mount Meru seal pose from the Agastya 12,000 that says Muttira Ayil Amarundu Meru Pol Nilayudu Ul Akniyai Kaichu. So here, keep your legs in Padmasana, place your hands on the respective knees. Do the Shambhavi Mudra, Bhastrika Kumbhaka Moola Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize a majestic mountain at your core, Mount Meru, the cosmic axis representing spiritual stability in the center of the universe. Feel this seal anchor your spirit firmly, drawing cosmic energy into your being. Be rooted in divine equilibrium, standing tall with unwavering strength, balance, and luminous presence. The next asana is Shabhasana, the steady pose from the Yogasana Jaina that says Shabhasana. Here, keep your legs in Padmasana, lengthen your spine, relax your back, gently resting your palms on the respective knees. Do the Shambhavi Mudra, Bhastrika Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, clenching your perineum. Gaze towards your third eye with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize yourself firmly established like a pillar in a great hall, present, reliable, and unmoved by activity around you. Feel steadiness settle through the spine into the ground, creating confidence without tension. Rest in Shabha, composed stability, where awareness is clear, posture is effortless, and the mind remains quietly attentive and relaxed. The next asana is Madhyasanam, middle seated pose. From the Malla Purana that says Agrasanam cha prathamam Parashvadasanam apyadham Madhyasanam tathaiva simhasanam apichyate. Now, in Padmasana position, cup your hands in your lap, left palm cradling the right, thumbs lightly touching to form a soft circle. Doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Bhastrika Kumbhaka, clench your perineum in the Mula Bandha. With the Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, gaze forward, visualize yourself centered and poised in perfect equilibrium. Balance at the midpoint of the body and mind. Feel the central stability as an anchor, drawing calm and focus inward, creating a harmonious foundation from which clarity and peace arise effortlessly, deeply supported by the steady presence of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Feel Swamiji's divine energy ground and uplift you, infusing you with profound strength, calm resilience, and unshakable balance. Relax. The next asana is Upadhanasana, the pillow pose from the Yogasana Jaina that says Upadhanasana. In this asana, you're going to lay on your back, extending one leg straight while the other leg comes behind your head. Keep your movement slow and controlled. Allow both the legs to settle comfortably. Do the Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha. Gaze upward with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize your lifted leg becoming a cushion that supports the mind. The head is resting on the pillow of stability and trust. Feel pressure dissolve from the nervous system as effort gives way to surrender and quiet alertness. Rest in the quality of Upadhana, being fully supported where the body is held, the breath is calm, and awareness remains steady without strain. And relax. The next asana is Upadhanasana on the other side. From the Yogasana Jaina that says Upadhanasana. So now again, bring your opposite leg behind your neck as you lay down, palms flat on the ground. Ujjayi Kumbhaka Shambhavi Mudra. Clench your perineum in the Mula Bandha with a japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize the lifted leg becoming a cushion that supports the mind, the head is resting on a pillow of stability and trust. Feel pressure dissolve from the nervous system as effort gives way to surrender and quiet alertness. Rest in the quality of Upadhana. Upadhana, being fully supported where the body is held, the breath is calm, and awareness remains steady without strain. And relax. The next asana is Yoga Nidrasana Purvanga, the yogic sleep pose to preliminary. From the Yoga Nirnaya of Sundaradeva that says, Yoga Nidrasanam Nama Padau Shirasi Samsthapya Hastau Chiprishte Badhva Nidravastham Samacharet. Here, lay on your back, but bring both your feet crossed behind your head. Interlace your hands beneath your sitting bones at the base of your spine. Doing the Parashamudra, interlacing your fingers, the Ujjayi Kumbhaka Mula Bandha, gaze upwards with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize the throat chakra, letting the self relax in a deep, restful sleep, peaceful yet fully aware. Visualize a wave of calm washing over you, dissolving tension and stress. Envision a profound rejuvenation as your inner energy flows freely, awakening creativity, clarity, and emotional balance. Feel a restful power strengthen your body, calm your mind, and open your heart to deep spiritual bliss. And relax. Next asana is Marakatasana Trini, the monkey pose 3, from the Yoga Chintamani that says Shavasanastaudvau dvau padau bhumau mastakatonyatah kuryad utthaya vegena dadhisthiti marakatam tutat. So here you're going to lay flat on your back on the ground. Extend your legs straight out with your feet gently resting on the ground away from your head or above your head. Allow your arms to rest comfortably alongside your body, palms facing upward. Keep your head in a neutral position. Then with quick and energetic motion, swiftly lift both your legs straight upwards towards the ceiling. So you're going to come to a laying down position, bringing your legs straight above your head with your hands, holding on to the soles of your feet. Doing the Samavritti Kumbhaka, tucking your chin into the chest in the Jalandhara Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize yourself as a lively monkey, swift and grounded, rising with energy and alertness. Feel your spirit ignite with playful vitality and focused strength. Through your awakening movement, challenge, agility, resilience, and a joyful connection to the earth. Let this vibrant energy fill your being, preparing you to move through life with ease, balance, and enthusiasm. The next asana is Kabandhasanam, the trunk pose. From the Hataratnavali that says Kabandhasanamittyahuho Ghorakshasanam eva changushtamushtikam nyayam brahmaprasaditam tatha. Now here you're going to, from a seated position, extend your feet straight out in front of you, lightly lifting the heels off your ground. Lean back slightly, keeping your chest lifted and shoulders off the floor, keeping your palms on your navel center. Doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Samavritti Kumbhaka Mula Bandha. You're going to slightly be turning towards the side with your hand above the ground on the side you're twisted towards with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize yourself as a powerful elephant trunk, flexible, aware and purposeful, feel the controlled flow of strength that balances graceful dexterity and grounded force. Embody resilience and patience, channeling your immense muscle power and exquisite sensitivity to respond with both power and precision. Relax. The next asana is Kabandhasana on the other side from the Hatha Ratnavali that says Kadamba asanam ityahuhu ghorakshasanam eva changushtamushtikam nyayam brahmaprasaditam tatha. Here, continuing in the same position, keep your legs extended out straight but turning towards the opposite side this time, keeping your palms lightly resting on the floor. Do the Shambhavi Mudra Samavritti Kumbhaka Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize yourself as a powerful elephant's trunk, flexible, aware, and purposeful. Feel the controlled flow of strength that balances graceful dexterity and grounded force. Embody resilience and patience, channeling your immense muscle power and exquisite sensitivity to respond with both power and precision. Relax. Next asana is Buddha Adharasana, the wise embrace pose from the Malla Purana that says Kakshayo Padasandhischa Dharanam Katate Buddha Udara Skandhayoschaiva Dharanam Varapadayoho. So in this asana, lay down on your back, bend your knees, placing your feet flat on the ground close to your hips. Keep your shoulders on the ground and interlace your fingers, bringing your fingers around your ankles. Press your feet to lift your hips upward, arcing your back high. Here doing the Samavritti Kumbhaka, clenching your perineum in the Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize yourself as Lord Paramashiva, the wise guardian, calm, compassionate and perfectly balanced, embrace all parts of yourself with a serene acceptance and profound insight. Feel the steady strength of his cosmic presence grounding you, while his boundless compassion warms your heart. Allow this divine harmony to awaken deep inner clarity, centered awareness, and transformative growth within you. And relax. The next asana is Grivasanam, the neck pose from the Malla Purana that says Rirasanam tu vijnayam kakshasanam atahparam Grivasanam cha paramam bhujasanam ihochyate. The back of your head onto the floor, crossing your arms over your chest, lifting your hips upward, creating an arched back. Your whole weight should be on your feet and on the crown of your head. Do the Shambhavi Mudra Samavritti Kumbhaka Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you embody the vital connection between mind and body, linking thoughts seamlessly to action. Sense the flow of clear, fearless communication from your throat like Lord Shiva's serpent energy, coiling with calm control. Embrace the transformative power of breath and spirit, awakening clarity and wisdom within. Root in poised strength, embodying balance, presence, and wise guardianship through every gentle movement. The next asana is Chakrasana Chatur, the wheel pose force from the Trulkhor that says Utta Nashayi Karanguli Bihi Kandha Bhumi Muktair Bhumau Nibaddha Katim Utshipya Dehabharam Hastapada Chatushke Nihatya Purna Kumbha Samaye Vakshah Prishtham Cha Samudharan. Here, you're from a laying down position, bend your knees and feet, hands flat above your head, your fingers pointing towards your shoulders. Press your hands and feet into the ground, lifting your hips and chest upwards, coming into a complete back bend position, do the Shambhavi Mudra, Samavriti Kumbhaka. Moola Bandha as you gaze upwards with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize yourself as an open arc of energy radiating strength and vitality. Feel your heart lift with expansive power, your body flooded with renewed energy and resilience. Embrace clarity and confidence as your energy flows freely, boosting your spirit with courage and openness. And relax. The next asana is Mrityu Bhanjakasana, the death conquering pose from the Yoga Pradipika that says Prathamasena Sudo Hoye Thane Pagauchai Agane Ane Bahurpagathali Koye Rakhe Koravarala Varliya Vididakhe. So now lay on your back, bring your feet onto your chest with the soles of your feet pointed upwards. Bring your hands holding on to the respective feet. Do the Shambhavi Mudra, Samavriti Kumbhaka Moola Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you visualize yourself as a brave yogic warrior rising above fear and limitations. Feel an unshakable resolve radiating from your core as you lift your legs high, symbolizing conquest over death and mortality. Imagine a powerful flow of energy strengthening your legs and hips, awakening inner strength, vitality, and liberation from worldly bonds. And relax. The next asana is Halasana Dve, the plow pose 2 from the Trill Code that says Pristhashayinau hastadvayam kati samipe dridham nibdaya katipadau sammoniya sidhvam bhumyam nayi. So now you're going to, from a laying down position, lift your feet up high off the ground, extending your palms below. Touch the tip of the toes on the ground above your head. Your chin to the chest in the Jalandhara Bandha as you do the Moksha Kumbhaka. Do the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you visualize a steady inward turning force bringing balance and clarity. Envision your energy flowing steadily and deeply, nurturing calm focus and gentle restoration. Feel your system cleanse and strengthen, preparing you for renewed vitality and inner peace. And relax. The next asana is Halasana Trini, the plow pose 3 from the Yoga Nirnaya of Sundaradeva that says Halasanam Nama Prishthe Shayana Shayanah Padau Prishtatah Shirasi Sthapayitva Hastau Prishthe Samam Badhva Halavad Brijambhet. So you're going to do the same position as previously, feet above your head, except you're going to clasp your hands together in the Parashamudra underneath behind your back. Doing the Jalandhara Bandha and the Moola Bandha, gaze upward with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize yourself as being turned inward to offer deep renewal and calm. Feel soothing energy washing through your nervous system, quieting the mind and releasing tension. Embrace gentle detoxification and clarity as your breath finds ease and your body softens into restful balance. And relax. The next asana is Jvalasana Purvanga, the flame pose preliminary from the True Code. It says Savyadakshinam Parivartya Padangulibhi Bhumim Sparsham Kuryat Bhumau Avapatya Tatah Kriya Shaktim Sanchalayet. And relax. The next asana is the Jvalasana, the flame pose from the True Code. That says Prishthashayi Purna Purake Padayof Katim Chotto Layet Karadvayena Pashva Prasarya Janapado Dirghayet. In this asana, you're going to lay on your back, lifting your feet completely straight above your head, doing the Khechari Mudra, the tongue is turned backwards in your mouth. Murcha Kumbhaka, as you lock your chin to the chest in the Jalandhara Bandha, clenching your perineum in the Moola Bandha, gaze upwards with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize your inner fire burning bright and steady, radiating focus, strength, and clarity, feel this flame activating your power, transforming inertia into dynamic energy. Embrace the radiant confidence and vibrant vitality that arises from within, illuminating your path forward in Jvalasana. And relax. The next asana is Trishulasana Purvanga from the True Code that says Hastamudram Vyomni Kritva Dvidha Astitaha Padatale Manibandheshu Nidhaya Nipatayet. In this asana, you're going to lean on your back, lifting your feet overhead, keeping your hips above your shoulders, bend your knees outward, bring the soles of your feet towards your center together, palms together in the Anjali Mudra pointed upwards. As you do the Murcha Kumbhaka Jalandhara Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, visualize building a solid foundation of strength and balance. Feel your energy develop patiently and steadily, preparing your body for controlled alignment and increased endurance. Use this foundation to cultivate patience and reliability, creating a stable base for growth in all areas of your life. In Trishulasana. The next asana is Trishulasana from the Trul quote that says, Uttanashayi karayukmena parshvadvayam dridhikritya purna kumbha kevalayam shiraskandho bhumni nidhaya. So in the same position, you're going to be laying on your back with your feet raised up together. Place your hands on the respective knees, balancing on your shoulder blades. Do the Shambhavi Mudra, Murcha Kumbhaka, Jalandhara Bandha and the Mula Bandha, gazing upward with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize a clear, focused energy aligned in 3 distinct directions, strengthening your balance and stability. Feel your body and mind sharpen in precision, supporting steady posture, calm awareness. Let this alignment translate into grounded confidence and mental clarity as you move through your day. And relax. The next asana is Trishulasana Uttaranga, the trident pose in progression from the Trul core that says Mudram Vyajya Uru Prasarya Padadvayam Samuttolya Nipatayet Shvashiron Nirodha Visargau Saptavaram Samacharet. And relax. The next asana is you're going to lean on your back, keeping your legs straight up above you and your hands raised beside your thighs. So you're going to be laying down, keeping your feet straight, extending your hands up beside your thighs, and doing the Murcha Kumbhaka, Jalandhara Bandha, gazing upward with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize enhanced focus and balance, as your energy becomes more dynamic and precise, feel increased control and stability, supporting clear decision making and physical strength. Harness this refined energy to approach challenges with composure and purposeful intent. Relax. The next asana is Jvalasana Uttaranga, the flame pose of progression from Trulkhor that says Bahu Dridhonnato Kritva Kaye Madhye Samam Nirudyat Baddha Kumbhakasya Sapta Vibhagoyam Kramaha. And relax. The next asana, in this asana from a laying down position, with your feet pointed upwards, your hands extended towards your groin, resting on your upper shoulder blades, doing the Murcha Kumbhaka, Shambhavi Mudra, Jalandhara Bandha and Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. This is very similar to the previous asana, just you're going to visualize a steady, controlled source of energy at your core, igniting resilience and concentration. Feel your inner strength fueling motivation, clarity and purposeful action. Let this inner fire sustain your commitment, inspire continuous growth even in difficult moments. And relax. The next asana is Halasana Dve. The next asana is Halasana Dve, Purvanga, the preliminary version, from the Trul Khor that says Manibandhadvayam Karana Shikharayo Samyojya Urdham Prerayitva Kriya Shaktim Sanchalayet. From a laying down position, you're going to be lifting your feet over your head, clasping your hands, bringing your hands behind your neck, touching your feet to the ground above your head, doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Murcha Kumbhaka, Jalandhara Bandha, gazing towards your nose with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize your energy turning inward with calm control, preparing your body for deeper release and restoration. Focus on steady breathing and gentle detoxification, fostering relaxation and mental clarity. Allow this process to clear mental clutter and create space for renewed focus and well-being.
ಕಾರಣ ಆಗಮದಾರನ ಪೂರಣ ಕಾರಣ ಆಗಮದಾರನ ಆದಿಗುರುನಾಥ ಶ್ರೀ ಚತುರ್ವೇದ ಸರ್ವ ಸಂರಕ್ಷಕ ಸನ್ಮಾರ್ಗ ನಾಯಕ ಮಹಾಭಾವೇನ ಲಿಂಗೋದ್ಭವೇನ ಆನಂದ ರೂಪೇಣ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ 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 ತ್ಯಾಗರಾಜ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯನಿತೇಶ್ವರ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಯೋಗ ರೂಪೇಶ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯನಿತೇಶ್ವರ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಜೀವ ಜೀವೇಶ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯನಿತೇಶ್ವರ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಜ್ಞಾನದೇವೇಶ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯನಿತೇಶ್ವರ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯೇಶ ಗುರು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ 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 ನಿತ್ಯನಿತೇಶ್ವರ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯೇಶ ಗುರು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ 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 ನಿತ್ಯನಿತೇಶ್ವರ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯೇಶ ಗುರು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ 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 ನಿತ್ಯನಿತೇಶ್ವರ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯೇಶ ಗುರು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ. ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದಾಯ ನಮಃ ಗುರುವೇ ಚರಣಂ ನಿತ್ಯ ಗುರುವೇ ಚರಣಂ 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 ಸಪ್ತಗಿರೀಶ್ವರ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಶ್ರೀ ವೆಂಕಟೇಶ್ವರ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಅರುಣಗಿರೀಶ್ವರ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಅರುಣಾಚಲೇಶ್ವರ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ 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 ನಿತ್ಯನಿತೇಶ್ವರ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ 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 ನಿತ್ಯೇಶ ಗುರು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಶ್ರೀಮಾತೃರೂಪೇಣ.
Yes, so now we'll be continuing with further asanas in the sequence. The next asana is Halasana Dveda Uttaranga, a progression of plow pose 2 from the Trul chord that says Ubhau Bahu Janu Prishtham Parigamya Sanchilya Karnadvayam Nipidya Rechayet. In this asana, you're going to be laying down on your back. You're going to be bringing your hips above your shoulders, knees and ankles stacked in a vertical line, and then lowering your toes to the ground behind you, bending your knees towards the ground. Wrapping your arms beneath your thighs and pulling it towards your shoulders, doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Moksha Kumbhaka, Jalandhara Bandha, and the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. In this asana, visualize a deepening flow of energy, cleaning your system and calming your mind. Feel increased clarity and balanced energy, promoting restorative calm and physical renewal. Embrace this balanced state to maintain endurance and emotional equilibrium through your practice and daily life. And relax. The next asana is Tadaki Mudrasana, the pond-like seal pose from the Nathmuni's Yoga Rahasya that says Sabha Gashirsha Sarvanga Mahamudra Cha Tataki Baddha Konam Baddha Padmam Dandam Paschimataanatam. In this asana, you're going to lay on your back, stretching your arms overhead and interlace your fingers, keeping your palms facing up. Exhale fully, pulling your stomach in and up in the Uddiyana Bandha as you hold your breath, doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Samavritti Kumbhaka, along with the Uddiyana Bandha, do the Mula Bandha. Gaze upwards with the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you visualize a steady, grounded energy flowing through your spine, strengthening your back and shoulders. Feel calm, openness in your chest, deep relaxation settling into your mind. Sense the life force gently sealed within you like a quiet pond holding nurturing waters, providing steady support for mental clarity and physical resilience. Embrace this contained power as your foundation for calm presence and inner balance. Relax. The next asana is Pavana Muktasana Dve from the Yogasana Jaina that says Pavana Muktasana. This is the wind release pose too. So lay on your back, bringing both your knees towards your chest. Wrap your hands around your knees, lightly lifting the back of your head off the ground. Doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Samavritti Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha with the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you gaze towards your nose. Visualize pressure, tension, and restlessness being squeezed out of the body in a controlled release. Feel the system empty cleanly, leaving behind lightness and calm. Stability rests in Pavana Mukta, wind released, where the body feels unburdened, the breath settles naturally, and the mind becomes clear and composed. Relax. The next asana is Uttanasana Dve, the intense stretch pose 2 from the Sri Tattva Nidhi that says, Deham Shavatve Kritva Januni Samyute Na Bhavaniya Bahu Grivam Veshya Andolanam Uttanasanam Idam. So lay on your back with your knees together, bringing your knees towards your navel, wrap your arms around your neck, rock gently back and forth with your knees on your stomach, side to side, doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Samavritti Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha with the Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize Lord Shiva as the divine force, gently stretching and expanding your body, feel infinite energy flowing through every muscle, dissolving tension, awakening deepest potential. With calm strength, he guides your stretch, balancing effort and surrender, transforming tightness into freedom. Embrace Paramashiva's presence, source of expansive vitality, harmonizing mind, body, spirit in flow. And relax. The next asana is Kurmasana Pancha, the turtle pose 5 from the Trul Core that says Janu Katiprishtham Bhumo Nikhilam Sthapya Angushtapada Angushta Chatushtayam Samyojayet. Here, from a seated position on your knees, keep the tops of your feet flat on the ground outside of your hips. Lean back, lean forward, bringing your hands to the soles of your feet, thumbs on your big toes. Rest your elbows on the ground behind you, tilting your head backward. So bring your feet towards the ground, lifting your hands underneath your knees and clasping your hands behind your back. Doing the Samavritti Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, gaze upward with the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you visualize yourself as a turtle, embodying steady protection and peaceful retreat. Sense the strength of your shell as a safe space for gentle healing and renewal. Feel your body and mind soften, gradually releasing tension with calm resilience. Embrace the turtle's slow, deliberate rhythm, cultivating patience, stability, and grounded clarity that nourishes your inner peace and enduring focus. Relax. The next asana is Kurmasana Pancha Purvanga, turtle pose 5 preliminary from the true core that says Hastadvayam bhutale nidhaya parshvakayam prerayet lalatam dridam bhumo namayitva shaktim sanchalayet. In this asana, sit on your knees and bring your hands to the ground behind you, slowly lowering your elbows onto the ground, hands on your lower back. Tilt your head back, bringing the crown of your head to the ground. Do the Kurma Mudra, Samavritti Kumbhaka, Mula. As you gaze straight, visualize yourself as a turtle embodying steady protection and peaceful retreat. Sense the strength of your shell as a safe space for healing and renewal. Feel your body and mind soften, gradually releasing tension with calm resilience. Embrace the turtle's slow, deliberate rhythm, cultivating patience, stability, and grounded clarity that nourishes your inner peace and enduring focus. And relax. The next asana is Chakra Uttaranga, the wheel as a progression. From Trul Core that says Ushtravyayame Karapadayugalam Samyojya Kurchadvayam Bhumau Nihatya Murdhanam Gulpayor Nayet. So in this asana, from a seated position on your knees, you're going to be leaning back, bringing your hands towards your feet in a deep back bend. Hold, just resting your head on the ground, doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Samavritti Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize yourself as an open arc of energy, radiating strength and vitality. Feel your heart lift with expansive power, your body flooded with renewed energy and resilience. Embrace clarity and confidence as your energy flows freely, boosting your spirit with courage and openness. So we're going to now be continuing with the sequence. The next asana is Kurmasana Pancha Uttaranga, turtle pose 5 as a progression from the true chord that says Janu dhritva shiro nabhasit nidhaya prishtham prasarya prerayet baddha kumbhakasya saptabeda shakramaha. So you're going to be laying on your back, coming up to you onto your knees with the base of your crown on top of the ground, holding on to your thighs with your hands. Here do the Samavritti Kumbhaka Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize yourself as a turtle, embodying steady protection and peaceful retreat. Sense the strength of your shell as a safe space for gentle healing and renewal. Feel your body and mind soften, gradually releasing tension with calm resilience. Embrace the turtle's slow, deliberate rhythm, cultivating patience, stability, and grounded clarity that nourishes your inner peace and enduring focus. And relax. The next asana is Manjani Kasanaha. Manjani Kasanaha, the purifying pose from the Yoga Chintamani that says Bhuvi sthitva tujanubhyam tavan matrena yogina hridi hastaputam karyam nyeyam Manjani Kasanam. And here you're going to come onto your knees, tucking your toes, raising off, placing your palms together in the Anjali Mudra in your heart center. Maintain a soft gaze, doing the Samavritti Kumbhaka Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you visualize your mind and body completely healed of any disease or ailments in the body. See energy flowing gently through your body, promoting natural restoration and balance. Feel a calming wave that supports healing on all levels, physical, mental, and emotional, bringing clarity and renewed vitality. And relax. The next asana is Shashangasana, the rabbit pose from the Yoga Nirnaya of Sundaradeva that says Shashanga asanam nama mastakam janu madhyagam kritva panibhyam padagrahanam kritva prishtham vakri kuryat. In this asana, you go from a seated position on your knees. You're going to be keeping the tops of your feet flat on the ground, bringing the crown of your head onto the ground in front of you, reaching backward to you, holding the respective heels with your head on the ground. Continue the Samavritti Kumbhaka, Jalandhara Bandha, bringing your chin to the chest, and the Mula Bandha, clenching your perineum. Gaze towards your nose with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you visualize the qualities of a rabbit: lightness, alertness, and agility. Feel your body lengthen, your spine stretch gently, inviting a sense of playful energy and quick responsiveness. Embody the rabbit's ability to stay relaxed yet ready, cultivating both calmness and attentive awareness. And relax. The next asana is Yanasana, the vehicle pose from the Sutra Hatha Yoga that says Yanasana yautari lage paschima loko pasare kare pagajulak sthiri dhare tuntane. Now come into a prone position on the ground on your stomach, laying down. Extend your legs straight and hands next to your thighs, lifting your chest and upper thighs off the ground lightly. Hold firm, doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you visualize a divine figure mounted on their sacred vehicle, which is you. Sense the qualities of your vehicle: strength, speed, and wisdom, courage. Flow into and amplify both you and the deity present. See yourself as a bridge between spiritual power and earthly existence, symbolizing balance and harmony between the cosmos and life on earth. Relax. The next asana is Nibjasana Dve, the face down pose 2, from the Sri Tattvanidhi that says Tatah adhascha adhashayanam shringayo parisarpayan karakrichhabhyam padangushtam grihya brajayet Nibjasanam bhavati. Lay on your stomach, bringing your hands towards your feet, pushing your feet down towards the hip ground beside your hips. Raise your upper body off the ground, using your hands on your legs as support, doing the Ujjayi Kumbhaka Mula Bandha. Gaze down with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you visualize yourself in deep surrender, offering a heartfelt prostration to Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Feel waves of spiritual energy flowing from him through your body, cleansing and uplifting your spirit with each breath. And relax. Next asana is Mandukasana Dve, the frog pose 2 from the Trul Core that says Hastangushtau Padangushtam Yathavidi Samyojya Hakaravegena Recha Spikpedia Prishtam Vyajyet. So continue to remain in the same position doing the Manduki Mudra, bringing your tongue upwards in your mouth, doing the Ujjayi Kumbhaka Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize a grounded stability combined with calm patience, like a frog patiently waiting for the right moment. Embrace adaptability and resilience, knowing you can respond fluidly when needed, but maintain steady presence the rest of the time. Cultivate a quiet strength that balances alertness with peaceful calm, allowing yourself to be fully present and ready for natural movement. Relax. The next asana is Mandukasana Dve Purvanga, frog pose 2 preliminary from the Trul Core that says Urubhedena Padangushto Hastayukmena Grihitva Kaksho Parinetavyo Samhritya Vyayamam Samacharet. So in this position on your stomach, you're going to clasp your respective feet, lifting your feet and hands off the ground as high as you can, doing the Manduki Mudra Ujjayi Kumbhaka Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you gaze downward with a visualization of growing dynamic energy rising within you, balancing gentle intensity with focused control, embrace the frog's ability to adapt quickly, combining patience with sudden bursts of movement when opportunity arises. Allow yourself to develop flexibility in both body and mind, fostering resilience to challenges while maintaining a composed and steady center. Relax. Next asana is Mandukasana Dve Uttaranga, the frog pose 2 as a progression from the Trul Core that says Padadvayam Skandayo Dridham Nidhaya Hasta Yukmam Sannibadhya Hanum Draitraiva Nihatyat Samkuchakumbhakam. Here you're going to bring your legs above your head, trying to bring it to the ground beside your chin, holding on to your feet with both your hands to the Manduki Mudra Ujjayi Kumbhaka Mula Bandha. Gaze towards your nose with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you visualize a powerful surge of energy and full engagement, embodying the frog's boldness and vitality as it leaps in action. Embrace courage and strength within your core, letting your focus sharpen and your resilience deepen. Cultivate balanced strength that moves with precision and confidence, meeting challenges with alertness and determined purpose. In this asana, you're going to be trying to bring your feet beside your neck. And relax. The next asana is Samstha. Next asana is Samstarakasana. This asana comes from a Yogasana Jaina that says Samstarakasana. So here you're going to lay on your left side, drawing your knees up towards your chest, settling into a gentle fetal position. Hold your left elbow on the ground, resting the side of your hand onto the left palm for support. Allow your right hand to extend onto your right thigh. Doing the Shambhavi Mudra Ujjayi Kumbhaka Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize yourself gently spreading out from a tightly held center like tension slowly unfurling into space. Feel the body soften and widen without losing safety or support, allowing breath and awareness to move freely. Rest in the quality of Samstaraka, a easeful expansion where relaxation brings openness, comfort, and quiet emotional release without vulnerability. Relax. The next asana is Samstarakasana, the strewing pose on the other side. The pramanas from the Yogasana Jaina that says Samstarakasana. So now lay over onto the opposite side, on the right side, keeping your right hand under your head, extending your left arm over the left thigh to clasp onto the left ankle. Doing the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, gaze forward with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you visualize yourself gently spreading out from a tightly held center like tension slowly unfurling into space. Feel the body soften and widen without losing safety or support, allowing breath and awareness to move freely. Rest in the quality of Samstaraka, easeful expansion where relaxation brings openness, comfort, and quiet emotional release without vulnerability. Relax. The next asana is Dakshinasana Dve, the southern facing pose 2 from the Yogasana Jaina that says Dakshina Parshve Supte Samachanna Sharirangani Mukham Dakshina Hastena Dharyam Udamya Samniveshya Cha. Lay onto the ground. Laying on your right side with your right elbow on the ground, resting the side of your head onto your right hand. Place the left hand onto the left side of your body, relaxing straight. Do the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, clenching your perineum and the Moola Bandha. As you gaze towards your side with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, visualize the serene radiant form of Parameshti, the supreme feminine principle embodying peace and cosmic energy. Imagine the seed mantra Sham as a luminous vibration radiating from your heart center, spreading calm throughout your body. Visualize Parameshti's infinite wisdom shining, dispelling all darkness within, sense and wavering grace stabilizing your mind, filling you with patience, love, and fearless courage. And relax. The next asana is Bhujangasana Dve, the Cobra pose 2 from the Yogasana Jaina that says Yoga Jaina Hasti Likhi Pustakasya Prathabatre Ashtadasha Chitre Bhujangasanam Prakashitam. So now come onto your stomach. Place with your feet flat, with your hands flat beside your chest, pressing the tops of your feet firmly into the ground. Inhale, lifting both your chest and legs straight up behind you. Doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Moola Bandha, gazing downward with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize yourself as a cobra, manifesting alert stillness and poised power. Feel contained strength raising from your base, channeling vital energy upward with precision. Open your heart with fearless grace, cultivating mental clarity without aggression or tension. Breathe into this purposeful ascent and relax. The next asana is Patangasana, the moth pose from the Yogasana Jaina that says Patangasana. In this asana, lay on your stomach, placing the feet on the ground. Bring your hands beneath your torso, palms facing upwards against your stomach, allowing the elbows to fold naturally alongside the body. Rest your forehead gently on the ground, keeping the toes pointed, tucked in. Do the Shambhavi Mudra Ujjayi Kumbhaka Moola Bandha. Gaze downward with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you visualize a moth, a flying insect resting on the ground, still weighted and completely at ease, yet ready at any moment to rise when the wind arrives. Feel the body settle deeply into the rest while energy is conserved and not lost. Hold the quiet confidence of Patanga, grounded now yet capable of lifting high and moving freely when the winds of life call. And relax. The next asana is Ushtrasana Trini Purvanga, the camel pose 3 preliminary from the Yoga Chintamani that says Padadvayatalanitambau dhritva karotaloपरि करतलं युक्तं लिङ्गाग्रे त्वा मुष्टिद्वये मस्तकं वा कृत्वाष्ट्रस्य स्थितिस्तदस्तदासनं नादं शृणुयात्. Now from a kneeling position, tuck the toes, pressing the soles against the hips. Lean forward with your palm hands flat on the either side of your head. Resting your forehead on the ground, keep your torso controlled, supporting steady and focus inwards on the inner sound. Doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Moola Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize yourself as a serene, resting camel, poised and calm. The camel embodies endurance and patience, having traveled vast deserts with steady determination. Its body, grounded yet strong, carries resilience through harsh conditions with quiet grace. Feel this calm, strength and unwavering presence flowing within you, steadying your mind and body as you find rest and renewal in stillness. The next asana is Dhamakasana, the kindling pose from the Naradiya Samhita that says Dhamakasana. Now, in a seated position, bring your knees together, bending them to draw the heels close towards the perineum, placing your hands on the respective knees, heels flat. Do the Shakti Chalan Mudra, we feeling the Kundalini energy raising through the body, the Antaranga Kumbhaka, forceful exhalations, and then inhale, retaining the breath. Moola Bandha, clenching the perineum, gaze forward with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you feel energy driven downward and inward, striking the base like a bellows feeding the flame, heat ignites at the root, coiling power awakening from dormancy, rising as a living flame through the spine. Each sharp release kindles intensity, burning inertia into clarity until inner heat becomes luminous, controlled, and awake. Kundalini stirred, not scattered, governed by awareness. And relax. The next asana is Chala Asana, the moving pose from the Naradiya Samhita that says Chala Asana. In this asana, you're going to keep your knees in the same position, crossing your arms, holding the opposite elbows. Do the Shambhavi Mudra, the Apakarshaka Kumbhaka, clenching your perineum in the Mula Bandha, tucking your chin into the chest in the Jalandhara Bandha as you gaze towards your nose. With the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, visualize motion gathering inward instead of dispersing outward. The mind notices impulse without following it. Each inhale initiates movement, each exhale resolves it back into stillness. Over time, motion loses its power to disturb. In this inward circulation, you learn to remain centered even as inner waves rise and fall, discovering stability within movement itself. And relax. The next asana is Kalanga Asana, the stock pose from the Naradiya Samhita that says Kalanga Asana. In this asana, with the seated position, bring your knees together. Keep your heels flat on the ground. Bringing your index fingers to the respective ears, sealing off all sound as you tilt your head down in the Jalandhara Bandha. Do the Shambhavi Mudra, Pakarshaka Kumbhaka. Gaze towards your nose. Visualize all sounds dissolving as the world steps back gently. Breath flows alone behind sealed senses. Embody luminous, unscattered awareness at the head's radiant center. Feeling profound stillness deepen. Choose silence, revealing clear, unblemished perception deep within. And relax. The next asana is Brahmanandasana, the supreme bliss pose from the Naradiya Samhita that says, here, bringing your knees together, place your arms underneath your thighs, holding the opposite elbow, slightly raising just the heels off the ground. Keep the toes down. Do the Shambhavi Mudra, Apakarshaka Kumbhaka, clenching your perineum in the Mula Bandha. Gaze towards your nose with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize scattered effort drawing inward, settling at your core, breath smooths, continuous without seeking. Quiet fullness arises, free of thought or sensation, body held buoyant. From within, unmoving, attention rests effortlessly, nothing left to adjust and collect with stillness. Bliss emerges as deep, unshaken satisfaction and self-sustaining. Relax. The next asana is Vilapasana, the lamentation pose from the Naradiya Samhita that says Vilapa Asana. In this asana, you're continuing to remain in the same position, interlacing your fingers underneath the thighs. Raise your heels up off the ground, keeping your toes on the ground. Do the Parashamudra, clasping your hands underneath your thighs together. Doing the Mula Bandha, gazing forward with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you visualize emotion folding inward, not as a burden but as weight held securely. There's no need to discharge or dramatize what is felt. Awareness stays clear as feeling settles into depth rather than agitation. In this still containment, emotional force matures into gravity and quiet resilience, and anchoring the mind instead of unsettling it. And relax. The next asana is Dhumakasana, the smoke producing pose from the Naradiya Samhita that says Dhumaka Asana. So, keeping your legs in the same position, placing your hands on the respective knees. Gaze forward, doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Apakarshaka Kumbhaka, clenching your perineum in the Mula Bandha. With the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, as you visualize heat building quietly at the body, center contained and wavering, breath drawn inward and held, soft smoke rises along inner channel. It absorbs scattered thoughts, impressions, not obscuring awareness. Sit unmoving, let smoke thicken, then thin. Each breath cleanses the pathway, opening the light. And relax. Now we're going to repeat the Dhumaka Asana on the other side from the Naradiya Samhita. It says Dhumaka Asana. Interlace your fingers together, keeping it towards your left side of the body. Doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Apakarshaka Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize heat building quietly at the body, center contained and unwavering. Breath drawn inward and held. Soft smoke rises along inner channel. It absorbs scattered thoughts, impressions, not obscuring awareness. Sit unmoving. Let the smoke thicken, then thin. Each breath cleanses the pathway, opening for light. And relax. The next asana is Pithasana Dve, the platform pose 2 from the Yoga Chintamani that says Asadasthena padautau nyasyautai bhutale samau janu haye hastatalam kritva pithasanam bhavet. Keeping your palms over your knees, spine lifted, feet towards your perineum, Shambhavi Mudra, Apakashaka Kumbhaka Mula Bandha, gaze towards your nose. With the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, as you visualize yourself seated upon a radiant platform of golden light, steady and luminous. This platform anchors you like an eternal foundation, still yet alive, glowing with strength, clarity, and sacred presence. Feel this golden steadiness rising through your body, grounding your breath, and empowering you with unshakable peace. Relax. The next asana is Kanakaya Asana, the golden pose from the Naradiya Samhita that says Kankayasana. Now you're going to be raising your knees off the ground, balancing on your toes, leaning forward, wrapping your arms around your back, palms facing outwards. Keep your forehead down towards the ground and do the Shambhavi Mudra, the Apakarshaka Kumbhaka Jalandhara Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize yourself as raw metal in a refining fire, body folds inward deliberately, concentrating. Breath moves slowly, polishing the inner surface. Pressure gathers awareness to the center, warming into steady glow. Mind releases urgency, settling into endurance. Stillness deepens the glow, dense, calm, and untarnishable. Become valuable from within. And relax. The next asana is Charma Goshwasi Asana, the leather worker saint pose. From the Naradiya Samhita that says Charma Goswasi Asana. Now sit with your knees together, bending them, draw the heels close to the perineum, crossing your arms, holding the opposite arms, heels flat on the ground. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize yourself as a humble craftsman, hands roughened by honest toil, crafting leather into tools of purpose and service. Feel societal labels fade in the warmth of heartfelt dedication, as inner passion transformed undervalued work into profound mastery. With each breath, embody this resilient grace where everyday labor awakens quiet strength, surrendering limitations to the heart's steady throne of freedom. And relax. The next asana is Granthi Harasana, the knot removing pose, from the Yogasana Jaina that says Granthi Harasana. Now sit with your feet flat on the ground, knees together. Lift your feet off the ground, bringing your legs wider than the shoulder width while keeping the knees firmly together. Engage your core, maintaining a steady breath as you balance, hold the posture. Shambhavi Mudra, Apakarshaka Kumbhaka. Mula Bandha, gaze towards your nose with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize long-standing knots, emotional, mental, and habitual, loosening from the inside. Not forced but clearly understood. Feel pressure reveal exactly where you hold unnecessarily and sense those bindings release one by one. Rest in Granthi Hara, intelligent unraveling, where clarity replaces entanglement and balance returns through insight rather than effort. And relax. The next asana is Vakrakshurasana Purvanga, the curved knife pose, the preliminary. From the true core that says Abhyase Etso Purakhe Dakshina Kaksha Vamajano Nitaravnyaset Veshtena Kaushalya Yukta Pindam Vamabhimukham Vartayet. Now, with your knees bent, and you're going to bring your feet towards your groin, twisting your upper body to one side, clasping your hands behind your back. Do the Vaishnavi Mudra, Apakarshaka Kumbhaka Mula Bandha, gaze towards the side with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you visualize yourself as a sleek, sharp, curved knife, elegant and purposeful. The sacred blade, crescent shaped and honed, symbolizes the first decisive cut through illusion and attachment. Feel its precise edge awaken your inner discernment, ready to sever unseen bonds and reveal clarity within. Relax. The next asana is Vakshakshurasana, the curved knife pose from the true core that says Vamam padamakuncha dakshinorupari sthapayet dakshina bhujena janam purastat prishthato vesthayet. So here you're going to continue to clasp your hands behind your back as you twist towards your right side, hooking the arms around each other, twisting sharply Towards the right, do the Vaishnavi Mudra, Apakarshaka Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha and the Japa, Om Nithyananda Parama Shivoham, as you visualize yourself as a radiant curved knife gleaming with fierce compassion and divine power. As an emblem of the goddess's strength, you cut decisively through ignorance and falsehood, clearing the path for awakening and transformation. Feel this dynamic, transformative energy flowing through you, sharp, fearless, and purifying your mind and spirit. Relax. The next asana is Vakrakshurasana Uttaranga, the curved knife pose as a progression. From the trill chord that says Dakshinam Padama Kunchya Vamorupari Sthapaye Dakshina Kakshya Vamajanam Dridham Samavrunayat. So here you're going to place your left foot on the right thigh, bending the knee outward, bringing your left armpit firmly against the right knee, creating a secure hook. Rotate your torso to the left, deepening the twist. Hold here, doing the Vaishnavi Mudra, Apakarshaka Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha as you gaze towards the side. With the japa Om Nithyananda Parama Shivoham, visualize yourself wielding a curved knife with increasing skill and grace, its crescent blades slicing through layers of illusion, pride, and distraction. Each cut deepens your insight and liberates your spirit from suffering's grip. Embody this relentless clarity and strength, now empowered to face all challenges with sharp focus and fearless resolve. And relax. The next asana is Marajidasana, the death conquering pose from the Yogasana Jaina that says Marajidasana. Here you're going to be sitting upright with the hips grounded. Place the left foot onto your right hip and keep the knee down, bringing the right foot onto the ground outside of the left knee. Bring your hands together in the Namaskara Mudra in front of your chest. Do continue the Apakarshaka Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Parama Shivoham as you visualize long held knots in the body and mind loosening one by one, as if tangled cords are being patiently worked free rather than forced apart. Feel compression bring clarity, revealing where you grip unnecessarily, allowing those holds to dissolve. Rest in the quality of Grantihara, intelligent untying, where obstacles release, flow returns, and balance emerges from resolving tension at its source. And relax. The next asana is Kakshasanam, the armpit pose from the Malla Purana that says Shirasanam Tavijnayam Kakshasanam Atafparam Grivasanam Cha Paramam Bhujasanami Hochyate. So here you're going to be bending your right knee, placing the foot flat on the ground, bringing the right foot up into the bringing the left foot up into the armpit of the left side. Keep your palm on the ground as you bring your right hand to the Bindu Mudra, index and thumb touching on top of the raised knee. Do the Pakashaka Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha, gaze towards your side with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you visualize your armpit as the sacred hidden chamber within your body, a warm, vital space where divine presence is concealed beneath the ordinary. This space symbolizes the cosmic truth that divinity resides not only in the grand but also within what seems mundane and unseen. Feel the subtle warmth of life force aid energy radiating from this hidden chamber, connecting you intimately to the source of spiritual awakening. And relax. The next asana is Vakrakshurasana, the Purvanga version on the other side. From the trill chord, the curved knife pose preliminary on the other side. Abhyase Etsokpurakhye Dakshina Kaksha Vamajano Nitaram Yaset. So here you're going to keep both your feet raised up in front of you. Just twisting this time towards the opposite side. Twisting your body to the opposite side, holding your hands behind your back to the Apakarshaka Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha and the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize yourself as a sleek, sharp, curved knife, elegant and purposeful, this sacred blade, crescent-shaped and honed, symbolizes the first decisive cut through illusion and attachment. Feel its precise edge awaken your inner discernment, ready to sever unseen bonds and reveal clarity within. Relax. The next asana is Vakrakshurasana, the curved knife pose on the other side. From the trill chord that says Vamam Padama Kuncha Dakshinorupari Sapaye Dakshina Bhujena Janam Purastat Prishthato Veshtayet. Now here you're going to be bringing the right foot onto the left thigh, hooking your left arm around the front of your left knee and clasping your hands behind your back. Doing the Apakarshaka Kumbhaka Moola Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize yourself as a radiant curved knife gleaming with fierce compassion and divine power, as an emblem of the goddess's strength, you cut decisively through ignorance and falsehood, clearing the path for awakening and transformation. Feel this dynamic transformative energy flowing through you, sharp, fearless, and purifying your mind and spirit. Relax. Doing the Uttaranga of the Vakrakshurasana, the curved knife pose is a progression from the trill chord that says Dakshinam Padama Kunchya Vamo Rupari Sthapaye Dakshina Kakshaya Vama Janam Dridham Samavrinayat. In the same position, twisting fully out towards the opposite side, clasping your hands behind your back, doing the Vaishnavi Mudra, Apakashaka Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha and the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize yourself wielding the curved knife with increasing skill and grace, its crescent blade slicing through layers of illusion, pride, and distraction. Each cut deepens your insight and liberates your spirit from suffering's grip. Embody this relentless clarity and strength now, empowered to face all challenges with sharp focus and fearless resolve. Relax. Now we're going to be doing the next asana, which is the Marajidasana, the death conquering pose on the other side. This asana comes from the Yogasana Jaina that says Marajidasana. Here, keep your hips grounded, placing the right foot onto the left hip and the knee down, the left hip foot crossed over the right, bringing your hands together in the Namaskara Mudra in front of you. Do the Apakashaka Kumbhaka Moola Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you visualize you have conquered death itself. The fear of loss, change, and impermanence is losing its grip as if the instinctive recoil from death itself is being transcended. Feel composure arise from acceptance and inner order, not denial, where awareness remains steady regardless of circumstance. Rest in the quality of Maharajit, victory over fear, where calm, courage, devotion, and inner continuity remain untouched by endings or uncertainty. And relax. The next asana is Kakshasanam, the armpit pose on the other side from the Malla Purana that says Shirasanam ta Vijnayam Kakshasanam atahparam Grivasanam cha paramam Bhujasanam ihochyate. Now bend your left foot up, foot flat on the ground as you bring your right foot in towards your right armpit, palm on the ground. Extend the left arm forward in the Bindu Mudra with the index and middle and the ring fingers touching each other. Do the Apakarshaka Kumbhaka Moola Bandha as you gaze to the side with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize your armpit as the sacred hidden chamber within your body, a warm vital space where the divine presence is concealed beneath the ordinary. This is from the hidden chamber, connecting you intimately to the source of spiritual awakening. And relax. The next asana is Gorakshasana Trini, the sage Gorakshas pose 3 from the Hataratnavali that says Kabandha Asanamithyahu Gorakshasana Mevacha Angushtamushtikam Nyayam Brahma Prasaditam Tatha. Now, keep your both feet together in front of you, heels towards you as you keep the knees wide on the ground. Cross your hands holding on to the opposite heels as you gaze towards your third eye, clenching your perineum in the Moola Bandha. Continue the Pakashaka Kumbhaka and the Vaishnavi Mudra. With the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, visualize the sage Goraksha as a radiant beacon of wisdom and spiritual power. Revered as a great yogi and the founder of the Natha tradition, he embodies a protector of souls. Feel his transformative energy inspiring your own path of discipline, practice, resilience, and deep inner illumination, connecting body, mind, and spirit in perfect harmony. Relax. The next asana is Chanderi Asana, the fierce goddess pose from the Naradiya Samhita that says Chanderi Asana. Now in this position, extend both your legs straight out in front of you with your spine straight, chest upright. Bring your right hand to the nose, seal the nostrils one side at a time with the thumb and ring finger for the Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. Inhale through the left nostril, exhale through the right, then inhale through the right and exhale through the left. Keep your other hand on top of the respective knee. With the Shambhavi Mudra, Moola Bandha, clenching your perineum, gaze forward with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you visualize two subtle streams of breath flowing along either side of the spine, alternating in dominance yet equal in strength. With each controlled exchange to the nostrils, feel turbulence settle and clarity sharpen. The spine stands as an axis of command, unmoving while breath performs disciplined work. As imbalance dissolves, a composed inner strength emerges, alert, steady, and unshakable. And relax. The next asana is Uru Parvasana, the thigh joint pose from the Yogasana Jaina that says Uru Parvasana. Now you're going to be kneeling on the ground and you're going to be raising up onto your knees, trying to lift your heels up towards your buttocks, standing, balancing on your knees, bringing your hands in a Namaskara Mudra in front of your chest. Do the Pratyahara Kumbhaka Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you visualize the hip joints as strong, well-oiled hinges, stable yet capable of smooth controlled movement in any direction. Feel confidence settle in the base of your body, giving you the sense that you can sit, rise, and act without hesitation or weakness. Rest in the quality of Uru Parva, dependable support, grounded mobility, and quiet readiness rooted in a strong cooperative foundation. Relax. Next asana is Dvipada Parshvasana, the 2-foot side pose from the Yogasana Jaina that says Dvipada Parshvasana. Now you're going to continue balancing on your knees, bringing the feet to the outer edges of your hips, doing the Namaskara Mudra, Pratyahara Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. So you're going to try to bring both your feet as much as you can outside the respective hips. Visualize your foundation narrowing without losing balance as the strength is being refined rather than spread wide. Feel both the sides of your body cooperating, teaching you to stay centered even when support feels minimal. Rest in the quality of Dvipada Parshva, lateral control and inner symmetry where composure, focus and stability remain intact despite intensity or constraints. And relax. The next asana is Vicharanathasana, the contemplation Lord pose from the Naradiya Samhita that says Vicharanatha Asana. In this asana, be on sitting onto your knees, pulling your feet back into the armpit of the respective arm. Keep your chest upright and sit and spine elongated. So from behind, you're going to be bringing your feet into the respective armpits, hands in the Namaskara Mudra. Do the Pratyahara Kumbhaka Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Avoid forcefully twisting your knee. Do it slowly. Visualize movement turning inward, body asking a wordless question. Breath draws awareness to chest center up between brows. Senses recede, leaving pressure, heat, and attention. Each retention sharpens clarity. Thoughts dissolve under observation, not followed, rejected. In compressed stillness, silence and quietly penetrates, revealing thought-free understanding. And relax. The next asana is Achali Asana, the immovable feminine pose from the Naradiya Samhita that says Achali Asana. So now sit crossing one leg over the other, both your legs over in Padmasana. Cross your arms in front of your chest, holding on to the opposite elbows. Keep your spine tall, chest upright as you gaze towards your nose. Here, do the Shambhavi Mudra, keeping the eyes open and steady, gazing outward while awareness rests deeply within. Do the Pratyahara Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply, holding your breath, withdrawing the senses, clenching your perineum in the Mula Bandha, gaze towards your nose with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize yourself seated at the unmoving center of intersecting currents, cross legs, arms seal a mandala around your core, drawing activity inward. Breath slows, gathers at navel, lifts to a nasal gaze. External impulses fade, you remain untouched. Retention deepens, quiet density, calm, grounded, unwavering. Efforts dissolve, steadiness feels effortless and complete. The next asana is Sudridhasana, the firm pose from the Yogasara Sangraha that says Dakshapadam Chavamorumule Vinyasya Tatpadam Dakshorumularpitatham Kalpayet Sudridhasanam. Now continue to keep your legs in the same position. Bring your hands onto the knees in the Jnana Mudra with the index finger and thumb touching each other. Keep your spine straight, doing the Pratyahara Kumbhaka, Shambhavi Mudra, clenching your perineum in the Mula Bandha, gaze towards your nose. With the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, visualize yourself settled in unwavering stability, deeply supported by the steady presence of the SPH Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam. Feel Swamiji's divine energy grounding and uplifting you, infusing you with profound strength, calm resilience, and unshakable balance. And relax. The next asana is Siddhasana Pancha, the accomplished pose 5 from the Yogasana Jaina that says Siddhasana Pancha. Now from a seated position, bringing your legs into the Padmasana. Now slide your hands beneath the respective thighs with the palms flat on the ground. Keep your chest open, shoulders relaxed, doing the Pratyahara Kumbhaka, clenching your perineum in the Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize yourself established in completion as if nothing more needs to be fixed, proven or attained. Feel the sense of having arrived internally, stable, ordered and sufficient in yourself. Rest in the quality of Siddha, accomplishment through mastery and alignment, where confidence is quiet, effort is minimal and inner authority is fully settled. And relax. Next asana is Vayudharanasana, the wind retention pose from the Yoga Nirnaya of Sundaradeva that says Vayudharanasanam nama padmasanastha pranam adhonayan apanamurdhvam kritva vayum dharayan tishthet. Here, keep your feet in the same position, consciously directing the prana downward and pulling the apana vayu upwards, allowing them to merge at the navel center in the Prakriti Kumbhaka. Do the Shambhavi Mudra, Uddiyana Bandha, sucking your stomach in and up as you clench your perineum, gazing towards your nose with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize a timeless pause where breath is held suspended in serene balance. Experience the subtle stillness as a gateway to deeper inner calm, where energy gathers and awakens dormant power. Feel this breath hold deepen your awareness, infusing you with stability, strength, and peaceful resolve. Relax. The next asana is Nibjasana, the chin lock pose from the Yoga Chintamani that says Ubhaya Parshni Yukmam Jano Radhaya Katiprishthe Same Kritva Hastena Dabim Uddhapya Duttanyed Balena Gurudarshitena. Keeping your body in the same position, bring your chin to the chest in the Jalandhara Bandha. Doing the Prakriti Kumbhaka, contemplate on the sound Om. Doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Prakriti Kumbhaka, gazing towards your nose with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize a protective gateway at your throat, sealing luminous energy guarding the spiritual center. See it as a radiant confluence balancing the mind and heart, calming nerves, directing prana upward. Feel the throat as a bright sanctuary where clarity, focus, awakening converge, fostering silent strength and awareness. Relax. The next asana is Samyukta Padmasana, the entwined lotus pose. From the Trul Core that says Padma Samyogasana Hastayorbhyam Samuddham Padmam Yojayet Prishtha Avrunustatha Shiraham Samyak Adholayet. Now in the legs in the same position, grasping the big toe of the opposite legs from behind your back, crossing your hands behind. Do the Khechari Mudra, turning the tongue gently back in towards the mouth. Shanta Kumbhaka Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Gaze towards your nose. Visualize two lotus flowers, stems intertwined gracefully, representing your Kundalini Shakti, twisting, raising up the spine. Along their intertwined paths, sense the gentle flow of the Ida and Pingala, the lunar and solar energy channels, harmonizing and balancing each other perfectly. Feel their combined strength and beauty radiate balance and connection, nurturing a profound sense of oneness within your entire being. And relax. The next asana is Utthita Padmasana, the raised lotus pose from the Yoga Nirnaya of Sundaradeva that says Padmasanastha Karatala Abhyam Bhumim Samal Lambya Uthapya Sharira Murdhvam Utthita Padmasanam Viduhu. Now, bringing your hands onto the side of your body with your legs in Padmasana, lifting your hips high off the floor, gazing ahead in the Shambhavi Mudra, Kevala Kumbhaka Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize yourself as a lotus flower emerging from muddy waters, pristine and radiant above the surface. Feel its roots deeply grounded in life's challenges, drawing strength and nourishment even from difficulty. Watch as the lotus petals gently unfold, symbolizing your conscious awakening, a reflection of your soul's journey from ignorance to clarity, its beauty embodying divine transformation and harmony. Relax. The next asana is Latita Padmasana, the suspended lotus pose from the Trul Core that says Uddita Kamalasana Hastayor Guhe Sthapya Padayukmam Uchipya Cha Purna Chakra Samapte Samarodhya Stiram Dharayet. Now from a seated position, keeping both your feet in Padmasana, bring your hands through the gap of between your groin and your legs, in the center gap of your hands, of your legs, pressing your palms firmly onto the ground and bringing your body off the ground. Do the Shambhavi Mudra, Kevala Kumbhaka Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize a suspended lotus floating above worldly attachments, pure and elevated, a symbol of spiritual transcendence, rising beyond challenges and material limitations. Imagine the flower unfolding in midair, embodying the blossoming of your consciousness and self-realization in higher realms. Feel its radiant energy connected to the crown chakra, opening you to the universal awareness and your divine unity. Relax. The next asana is the Kampita Padmasana, the swinging lotus pose, from the Trul Chord that says Kampana Kamalasana Hasta Prishthe Mutthita Panam Krurvita Padayugmum Utkshipya Cha Purnardha Chakra Samapte Sankocham Dharayet. So here you're going to bring your hands into a fist, clenching your knuckles on the ground beside you. Lift your hips off the ground as you gaze down to the ground in front on your nose, gazing towards your nose. Do the Shambhavi Mudra, Kevala Kumbhaka. Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you visualize a lotus gently swinging back and forth. Balanced yet in rhythmic motion, about to blossom and come to life. Embody hope, purity, and transformation, reflecting the journey from darkness or struggle, like the muddy waters from which it grows towards light and spiritual realization. Visualize the readiness to embrace higher wisdom, love, and self-awareness. Relax. The next asana is Kukkutasana Trini, the rooster pose 3, from the Yogasara Sangraha that says Urumu Uladvayam Pidya Grana Agre Sthapaye Drishau. Now, sitting tall with your legs in Padmasana, bring your hands through the gap between your legs and your shins and thighs, shifting your weight onto your arms, lifting your body upwards, doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Kevala Kumbhaka Mula Bandha, gazing towards your nose with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize yourself as a proud and alert rooster, standing strong and unwavering with mental steadiness. Feel your vibrant energy infuse you with confidence, courage, and readiness. With inner vigilance and strength, you're prepared to meet challenges with fearless determination. Relax. Next asana is Jalandharasana, the throat lock pose, from the Naradiya Samhita that says Jalandhara Asana. Now here you're going to bring your hands onto the ground, lifting yourself off the ground, bringing your chin towards your chest, doing the Kevala Kumbhaka, Jalandhara Bandha, and gazing downward with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize yourself lifting cleanly from the ground, feel effort collecting upward, then pausing at the throat, refined rather than released. In this balance, energy neither leaks nor stagnates, it gathers, clarifies, and waits. You remain poised between movement and stillness, elevated yet restrained, alert yet calm. And relax. The next asana is Bandhachuli Kukkutasana, the bound crested rooster pose, from the Hataratnavali that says Panchachuli Kukkutam cha Ekapada Kukkutam Akaritam Bandhachuli par Parshva Kukkutam evacha. Now from a seated position, keeping your legs in Padmasana, you're going to be bringing your hands to the ground in front of you, lifting your legs high up onto your arms, doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Kevala Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha with the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, as you embody the proud rooster's qualities, confident, vigilance, and bold in spirit. Like the rooster's clear, decisive call, cultivate sharp awareness and fearless communication. Celebrate your radiant presence with courage and poise, confident in your unique path and ready to face challenges with clarity and resilient strength. Relax. Next asana is Padma Sarpasana, the snaking lotus pose, from the Trul Chord that says Padma Sarpasanam Hastayor Bhumim Sthapayet Uruni Kukshyaf Madhya Aniya Bhujau Vistirnau Dhrutau Guryat. Here, you're going to be lifting your hips off the ground, balancing on your hand, bringing your feet up your elbows, As you do the Bhujangani Mudra, opening your mouth wide and inhaling, do the Kevala Kumbhaka Mula Bandha with the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize a coiled serpent resting at the base of your spine, embodying the dormant power of Kundalini energy. As the lotus blooms, the serpent awakens, uncoiling its potent life force through your chakras, bringing awakening, transformation, and spiritual insight. Feel the serpentine energy rise with grace and strength, dissolving limitations, illuminating your inner path. And relax. The next asana is Parshva Kukkutasana, the side rooster pose from the Hataratnavali that says Panchachuli Kukkutam cha Ekapada Kukkutam Akaritam Bandhachuli Parshva Kukkutame Vacha. So now you're going to be twisting your body towards one side and lifting your Padmasana onto your arms. Balancing towards onto your left arm alone, doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Kevala Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha with the Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize a rooster standing alert on one leg, body turned to the side with vigilant gaze. Feel this dynamic balance as you embody agility, readiness, and focused awareness. This pose awakens your inner warrior, blending grace with strength and encouraging bold, decisive action. Try it and then relax. Then repeating the Parshva Kukkutasana on the other side. This also comes from the Hataratnavali that says Panchachuli Kukkutam cha Ekapada Kukkutam Akaritam Bandhachuli Parshva Kukkutame Vacha. So this time you're going to be twisting over towards your left side, bringing your knee onto your right arm and trying to lift your hips off the floor onto your arms in Padmasana. Do the Shambhavi Mudra, Kevala Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha with the Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize a rooster standing alert on one leg, body turned to the side with a vigilant gaze. Feel this dynamic balance as you embody agility, readiness, and focused awareness. This pose awakens your inner warrior, blending grace with strength and encouraging bold, decisive action. And relax. The next asana is Simhasana Chatvari, the lion pose 5 from the Malla Purana that says Agrasanam cha prathamam parashvadasanam apyadham madhyasanam tathayvanyat simhasanam apichyate. So now bring your feet in Padmasana, your knees on the ground, hands in front of you, pushing your hips down towards the ground, opening your chest, tilt your head back as much as you can. Open the mouth wide, subtly drawing the prana inward. Doing the Antaranga Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha with the Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize yourself seated with this fierce, majestic presence of a lion, radiating courage, authority, and regal confidence. Feel the grounded power of the lion's seat imbue you with unwavering strength and fearless determination. This posture anchors your spirit, awakens your inner warrior, and commanding presence with calm dignity. Relax. The next asana is Padma Sarpasana Purvanga, the snaking lotus pose preliminary from the Trulkhor that says Padma Sarpasanam Hastayor Bhumim Sthapayet Uruni Kukshaf Madhyani Abhurau Vistirnau Dhritau Kuryat. So here you're going to be bringing your palms onto the ground, lifting your knees up your arms, doing the Bhujangani Mudra Kevala Kumbhaka Mula Bandha. Gaze towards your third eye with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you visualize a graceful snake coiling around a radiant lotus. Transformation meeting purity. Embody snake's renewal, shedding old layers amid lotus's luminous rise above mud. Unite resilience with grace, courage with serenity. Feel yourself blossoming into clarity, wisdom, enlightenment, self-realization. Relax. The next asana is Tolangulasana, the weighing scale pose from the Yoga Nirnaya of Sundaradeva that says Tolangulasanam nama panibhyam padayor grihitva utthapya shariram samam tolaye anguliva tulam. Now, in the Padmasana position, lean back onto your elbows with your palms facing upwards, bringing your knees up towards the sky. Keep your gaze straight. Doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Kevala Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha with a japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize yourself as a perfectly balanced scale, evenly poised between opposing energies. Feel the harmony of equilibrium within you as your body and mind align in precise balance, cultivating inner stability, clarity, and calm. Relax. The next asana is Vakra Padmasana, the arc lotus pose. From the true quote that says Archita Kamalasana, Pada Prantayo Grahanam Kurvita, Prishtabhyama Avakurvita, Shirolalate Pratiniyachet. In Vakra Padmasana, you're going to lay onto your back, holding on to the respective toes in the Prana Mudra with the index and middle finger. Lay onto your back, doing the Kevala Kumbhaka Moola Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize a lotus arcing upward, petals opening strong and resilient. Feel your spine arc open, absorbing prana upwards from the base through core to crown, easing blocks. This creates chest space for deeper breath, vitality, and radiant confidence flowing through your body. The next asana is Parashvadasana, the axe wielder's mirrored pose. From the Malla Purana that says Agrasanam cha prathamam Parashvadasanam apyadham Madhyasanam tathaiva simhasanam api uchyate. Now sit tall with both the feet on the opposite thighs in Padmasana. Lean onto your elbows behind you, placing your entire back onto the ground. Do not arc your back, keep your back flat. Reach and support your head with one arm crossed and the opposite arm extended straight above. Do the Kevala Kumbhaka Moola Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you visualize an axe suspended in space, slicing through obstacles beside your body. As you stretch, imagine clearing karmic tension along the ribs. With each breath, your space opens where once there was constriction. The axe is not for bloodshed but for cleaving the bonds of ignorance. The next asana is Parashvadasana. Parashvadasana on the other side, the axe wielder's mirrored pose. From the Malla Purana, that says Agrasanam cha prathamam Parashvadasanam apyadham Madhyasanam tathaivanyat simhasanam api uchyate. Now just switching the position of your hand, using your left hand to hold on to the right elbow with the right hand extended upwards. Continue the Shambhavi Mudra, Kevala Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you visualize an axe suspended in space, slicing through obstacles beside your body. As you stretch, imagine clearing karma tension from the ribs. With each breath, space opens where once there was restriction. The axe is not for bloodshed but for cleaving the heads of ignorance. And relax. The next asana is Smashana Vasasana, the cremation ground dwelling pose. From the Tantra Sadbhava that says Smashana Vasamasadya Deham Dhyayet Prajvalitam. Lay on your back with your legs extended, feet relaxed, your arms slightly away from the body, palms facing up. Do the Shakti Chalan Mudra, Kevala Kumbhaka Moola Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize your body lying in a cremation ground, embraced by sacred flames, see your bones transforming into diamond dust, rising in the wind, scattering into starlight. Contemplate profound dissolution, radiant release, and the eternal cycle of transformation flowing within you in our final asana of the sequence, the 1000th asana.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द.
Now, slowly move your hands and legs. Feel the life entering your body. Bring your knees to your chest, rocking from side to side. And come up into a seated position. Congratulations to each and every one of you. We have all completed successfully the entire Panchama Vinyasa Krama sequence of full 1000 asanas. All of you have done an amazing job. If you enjoyed, please do give a like for the video. Share it with those in your life need some yoga too. Subscribe so that you don't miss the coming up updates. And also, if you want to have personalized yoga training in the Paramashiva Sena program, you can. And let's conclude with the Purna Mantra. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ तत्सत् सर्वं भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवपादुकार्पणमस्तु Om Nithyanandam. Thank you all for joining today and see you all tomorrow in the yoga session. Nithyanandam.